the WNBA draft, because that happened this week, and number one pick was Azzi Fudd.
Azzi Fudd from UConn.
Yep, UConn, and she went to Dallas Stars.
Yep.
And she went there with the previous number one pick, Paige
Bueckers.
Buckets, whatever you want to call it. Paige Buckets.
Well, either way, these two decided to date when they were in college. The number one pick last year and the number one pick this year, which led to a question from the reporters, which led to a shutdown of the question and blowback from the media.
Paige announced last year on TikTok that y'all were a couple, and I'm wondering if that is still the case, and if so, if y'all have talked to any other couples in the league about how they negotiate that dynamic as pro teammates.
I understand why you have to ask that question, but we're going to respectfully decline from commenting on our players' personal lives. Go to the next question.
I got a huge issue with how the Dallas Wings handled this, because the WNBA players, they want to be treated like grown women, yet we keep treating them like babies on Similac. They want to get paid like the men, attention like the men, respected like the men. They should get attention like the men. They should get respected like the men, and the pay is starting to increase. Then stop treating them like little girls. They get participation ribbons. The woman can handle it. They've shown us they can handle it. Their game is legit. Their game is evolving. Viewership is evolving. Then stop treating them like little babies, like it's a preschool game. Aaron Rodgers got asked questions about his wife. Mystery wife, legitimate wife. Who knows? LeBron has been asked questions and has been the butt of jokes. Steph Curry has been asked questions about his significant other and his partner. And they stand there and they sit there and they answer the questions, children included. But the one time, Azzi Fudd, number one overall pick, mind you, it's not like she's Miss Irrelevant. Number one overall pick, you should be handled and be delivered every single question.
Yeah, so that was Acho's response, but there's been a lot of media heads giving blowback to the response the PR team gave during the press conference.
All day.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying y'all were the ones who made your relationship public on TikTok, sharing videos and all that stuff. Interesting. But yeah, there was them promoting their relationship, and I guess they're no longer together. Maybe they're
so supposedly that's what they say. But
yeah. So yeah, if y'all were a couple, if y'all made it publicly known and put it out there,
it's fair game to ask questions.
It is fair game to ask. Plenty of athletes are asked about their personal lives.
It's not like it's the y'all be the first. It's plenty of other WNBA players who has their partner that we talked about it last year. One of them got traded. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So
Thomas and Dwana Bonner.
AT&DB. Moms and pops, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
So, you know, they got partners that they on the same squad. That's a different dynamic in women's sports.
That question is definitely in bounds.
I also say this too, is in some ways the overall sports media contributed to the coddling. Contributed to it, not just by, as you noted, the response to some journalists who are offended this question was asked, which is really surprising. But the other part of it as well is because we as an industry have not covered women's sports with the credibility and seriousness it deserves.
It's our fault.
It's our fault.
Because you had other players that you could have picked, number one, that could have avoided all of this.
All the drama.
Your girl, Olivia Miles, that went number two. She could have went number one.
Don't they play the same position, her and Paige?
Yes, they do.
I
And
heard the center, they should have got
19-year-old from Spain. They could have picked her number one. So y'all could have easily avoided this question if y'all would pick somebody else. You intentionally picking her knowing the question was coming out.
Now this is going to be a drama-filled
beginning of the season.
This is how you start y'all season, and it's about to start.
That's
like the season's about to start already.
And 8 months ago, there was a joint interview between Azzi Fudd and Paige in Glamour. So now they're kind of wondering why the subject is off limits at the moment. So yeah, this is a weird, as they're saying, this is the first time in any sport a player taken with the first pick of the draft was in a relationship with the player already on the team.
That was number one.
Who just had,
previous year.
All you're doing is just adding fuel to the fire now.
That's it. Now they're gonna keep asking you.
The first night and it's
be
over
done.
with.
Now they're gonna keep asking.
Gosh, y'all just opened up
they're
a can
gonna
of
keep
worms
asking
you don't want
until
now.
you answer the question.
Yeah.
So, you know, because of this relationship, people are forgetting that the Dallas Stars are so shit. They get an opportunity for 2 number 1 pick back-to-back picks because that's how bad they are.
Here's the other thing that makes me take your league less seriously. Your 2-star players in the team are lovers. That does not make me a homophobe. That does not make me a sexist. That doesn't make me anything other than in any line of sport, if your 2-star players are having together, that makes me take your team and the league less seriously. I think about the breakup when Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn broke up during the bowling league. This is a professional women's team that the 2-star players are together.
But yeah, Red Golden Child says lesbians don't want to smoke. It's double standards. They on that Diddy shit in women's basketball. And I fully agree with you. I said this is the equivalent of like LeBron James getting drafted number 1 in 2003 and then Dwight Howard getting drafted number 1 in 2004 if they hooked up. That'd be the equivalent. Pause. But I'm just giving you a reference.
Oh my God.
Which style?
I didn't need that.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I'm just saying. That's the same equivalency.
Yeah.
Except just imagine they were drafted to the same team.
Right.
But like Buddha said, this whole year is going to be drama filled for them. It's just going to be nothing but drama.
Like I saw you looking at that other bitch. I was guarding her,
and I can only imagine.
It has been stories of of partners been fighting and stuff, domestic violence too. So
I can only imagine that the reporters they're going to be covering them like hawks now. Yeah, it's on.
It's on.
As the reporter mentioned in his question, y'all told us you were together, okay? We saw the Paige Bueckers girlfriend phone case. We saw you supporting her at Unrivaled. We've seen all of these little sprinkles of we're together. But it's always given, okay, we're a public-private couple. I want y'all to know that's mine, but I'm not going to tell you no more shit about my relationship, which I respect. And now they're on the same professional team. 2 number 1 picks back-to-back that won a championship together and obviously are going to have chemistry on the court. But everybody been trying to ask y'all, what's up with the chemistry off the court? And don't nobody want to ask. So I almost admire this man for asking, and I don't think it was that. Somebody was going to ask. We all know. Y'all didn't want to know. However, the Dallas Wings were well within their right to nip that shit in the bud early.
How are they going to combat this? Because the WNBA is the only league.
It's too late.
You can't.
You've opened.
The only way they combat it. The only way they combat it is they stand 10 toes down. We're in a relationship or we're not. That's it. Until they answer that question,
like I said,
it's going to keep it being answered.
If you would have answered this question when they asked it, everything would have been over.
Straightforward, get it out the way.
Boom. Now, all season.
Until you answer.
Wait, you go public on TikTok, and now you want to go private? Nah, we got to talk about this. When you post your relationship on your TikTok on a public account with millions of followers, it's no longer private. That's public information. And let's keep it real. This isn't about gender or sexuality. If 2 NBA players post a relationship publicly, they're going to get the same exact question. Fair is fair. It was a respectful question. And honestly, she didn't even have to go into detail. But avoiding the question doesn't make it go away. It makes people more curious. And this is the bigger picture. The WNBA is growing. The salaries are going up. The attention is going up. With that comes expectations. Tough questions come with the spotlight. If you choose to put yourself out there publicly, you cannot be surprised when the media asks about it.
What would happen if this started happening in male sports?
Bro, I would.
My brain,
they won't allow it.
Number one,
the state. I mean,
somebody getting traded.
You already see how Jaden Ivey's acting.
They said my conduct is detrimental to the team, right? Why didn't they just say, we don't agree with his stance on LGBTQ?
Oh, Michael Sam, yeah.
Wasn't it Jason Collins or John?
He retired.
I'm just saying, like you see how
the point is, you're gonna get blackballed.
They gonna get them up.
They gonna get your ass up.
Because they're not ready for that.
Would that be a bad thing in male sports if they're gay? Blackballs?
I won't say it's a bad thing.
Listen,
I'm sure it's a lot of gay athletes. I don't think
it's not a bad thing, but you
can't come out.
You don't need your relationship.
You can't come out.
To me, that's unprofessional.
That's the forbidden door in professional sports.
Right, because
hold on.
Nigga,
What's up, professional?
Two people dating on the same team.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you can be gay. I'm just saying you don't shit where you eat. Like they tell you this at your 9 to 5.
You're not supposed to.
Don't screw your colleagues and your coworkers.
That's every male sports league's forbidden door right there.
Certain times, because you know when you playing football, you made it play, you hit him on his ass and shit. Like, but you hit me on my ass because you give me, or you really will get a feel on it. Nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, just look what Sam, your boy Sam did. He was at the damn NFL draft. Michael Sam, the NFL draft party when he kissed his damn boyfriend and stuff.
Yeah. The world wasn't ready for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was there the year they took Michael Sam, the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. But scouts didn't love him for football reasons. He was also openly gay. The NFL had never had an openly gay player. People kind of get chills because it's history. And then the pick is made, and it's kind of like everybody's just kind of looking at each other like, we were there. It's pretty cool.
Right.
Well, then they had cameras on Michael Sam at his house. Michael and his boyfriend at the time celebrated the moment, and there was like a cake smushing face licking off of fingers situation going on. And it definitely changed the vibe in the Ram War Room, not judging in like a homophobic way as much as just that's not very football.
Right.
And it just kind of freaked people out. And I don't want to, I'm not even sure of the person who said it, and I don't want to ID him. But one person broke the tension by saying something to the effect of, damn, usually you got to be in the league a minute before you start getting the white bitches.
The world wasn't ready for that.
That's why he was drafted 7th round.
We want you to go murder somebody on Sunday and you out kissing.
Bro, they listen. They did not. They listen. They're not that progressive.
We want you to go kill somebody on Sunday.
They don't have a black. They don't have a black. They don't have a black. NFL don't even have a black ownership. Let alone they gonna let some gay shit pop off like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The two teams you can't play for is the Rams and Packers.
I will say this though.
What's up?
I saw y'all new alternate jerseys.
Yes.
Oh, those are fire.
Now the Ravens joints.
The Ravens one is
the Ravens
those black Commander jerseys. Oh, those are
We
fire.
going to war.